It had its start as the hottest show for young people on TV, and it's headed for even more. It is, in fact, a phenomenon. We're talking High School Musical. I'd like to welcome High School Musical star Corbin Bleu to Sidewalks. Corbin, it's so great to have you with us today.
Great to be here, Cindy.
So, do you remember the very first musical that you ever saw?
Wow, first one I ever saw. That's a hard one. I grew up in New York, and I grew up, both my parents are very artistic and were always involved in the arts, so I can't quite say that I would remember the very first one I went to. I think the one that I remember going back to would be Phantom of the Opera. I mean, I saw it on Broadway, but I worked off Broadway when I was 6, and I've probably seen shows before that too, so it's hard to remember the first one.
I hear you. Well, you know, it's become such a phenomenon. You know, why do you think that it's captured the imaginations of so many young people?
It's music, you know. It's music, and it's passion for the arts and sports, and it's everybody melding together to bring it all into one. You know, it's about overcoming peer pressure, and it's about, you know, really that the jock can be with the brainiac girl. You know, it's everybody can really meld together and just enjoy life. So
that's right. Well, you mentioned, you know, having done work on the stage and of course the screen, small screen. What do you think? Is there one that's more important to you? Do you enjoy doing one over another more?
It's hard for me to choose, you know, because they're really, all of them are so different, and every time I'm doing one, I always feel the need to go do the other. So like at the moment I'm actually on tour, and I love being on stage, and I love interacting with the audience and feeling the rush on stage, and just, you know, being able to raise your hands and hear the yells. And at the same time, while I'm up there, you know, I yearn to be able to just kind of take it down a notch for a second, and then really just kind of dive into a character and you know, just have a little bit more of a fine-tuning moment on film. So I think they're really just two halves of me that I gotta fulfill.
Right. Well, you've had so much success so far. Do you find that, you know, you get recognized on the street? And if so, describe one of the fan interactions that you've had that's most memorable to you.
It's hard to bring it down to one. Yes, I do get recognized on the street. On airplanes, at a mall, in the bathroom, just about everywhere. I've had some interesting ones. I mean, I've had one of the flight attendants announce over the loudspeaker that I was on the plane.
Oh, great!
That was
so much for anonymity, right?
Yeah, seriously, right? I had somebody follow me into the bathroom and just stand at the urinal. Not even to go, but just to stand there to just wait for me to be done to ask an autograph. So there's some interesting encounters, but then there's some wonderful ones too. You know, you have true fans that really just look up to you and are inspired by your work sometimes, and those are really the ones that you see why you do what you do. So. Well,
as an ambassador for young people, you know, good health and good eating is obviously very important to you. Tell me a little bit about what is Take Your Whole Grain Sandwich to Work Day, or Sandwich to School Day. Here I'm saying to work.
So, okay, well,
those that have work,
you know,
outside of school as well.
For kids, that is their work. You know, it's take your whole grain sandwich to school. I almost said it. To work day. It's a school day tomorrow, and
see, now I got you going.
Yeah, seriously, and pretty much Sara Lee is trying to introduce more whole grains into children's diets. And we're just hoping to get out to them, you know, that just every day, you know, pretty much as long as they get that whole grain in their diet, they get the energy that they need for their day of school.
That's right, and good health on top of it.
Yeah, absolutely.
What kinds of things should we keep in mind when planning a good lunch? So if kids are out there and, you know, they're used to having, you know, hamburgers and things that maybe are not so great, what kinds of things should they be packing in their lunch?
Well, you know, they really need, first of all, you should be having 48 grams of whole grain every single day. So by using 100% whole wheat grain sandwich, whole wheat sandwiches from Sara Lee Soft and Smooth Bread, you're going to get how many?
Well, I'll tell you what, whole grain is incredibly.
Huh?
Whole grain is incredibly important for sure.
Oh, extremely. You're going to get sorry, I was going to say you're going to get 24 grams from each sandwich, and you just pretty much whatever they can to get in their diet, you know, to make it more fun. So you're going to be able to have not only whole grain, but also even you can throw in strawberries and yogurt to have like a nice wildcat red and white message going on. And then you also have oranges to be able to look like basketballs. You know, whatever you can do to make it more fun for them. So.
Well, what's your favorite lunch?
My favorite lunch? I'm always about grilled cheese. Grilled cheese every day is good for me.
Corbin, as we close, do you have any career advice for those rising young talents out there who are trying to break into the entertainment business, whether they're a singer or an actor?
You know what? The major thing is to do it because you love it. That's always the most important thing. And so many times I have kids come up to me and they're like, how can I be famous? I tell them, don't do it because you want to be famous. Because that's not where it's at. You know, the major thing is as long as you love performing and you love doing what you do, you know, you love just the joy of art itself, then, you know, you just pursue that, and hopefully then you'll be able to get to where you need to be. So.
Thank you so much for being with us today on Sidewalks, Corbin. It was a pleasure meeting you. Best of luck.
Same here. Thank you so much.